Hello viewers, thank you for tuning in to my video. I am Replay, and in this video I want to talk about the upcoming Friday the 13th, the video game. Now, first off, the original video game was created back in the late 80s, early 90s, I believe, and it was declared an awful game, but this one that actually looks like they're taking a step in the right direction. And what one person has said, from what I've seen a review of from the Angry Video Game Nerd, the one thing you can point to why it sucked is because it was made by LJN. But this one just is going to be good for you, Angry Video Game Nerd, if you ever watch. It's not made by LJN. So it looks good, and it's going to be good because it's not made by them. But enough of that stupid little ramble. We're talking about Friday the 13th, the video game, which is said to come out in October of this year, 2016, at some point. We don't know an exact release date yet. But I got myself hyped over the Friday the 13th video game recently. I've only heard a little bit about it here and there, but it's starting to surface a little more and more. As well as since I'd become aware of it, I began to gain an interest on the game that I had to look into as much as I could about it, and found that there is a Kickstarter project going on that's close to $1 million in support revenue from a amount of fans, which I think is like 12,000 fans. It's either 1,200 or 12,000 fans, something like that. But the game is still in development. There's been trailers out for the game, and it's looked pretty good. And there's still a lot of development to be done, with expected to be out in in a few months, around October. But the polls, the ability to donate for toward the Kickstarter of the Friday the 13th game is still out, and I want to talk a little bit about that before I drag on too long. Now, in the Kickstarter, like any Kickstarter, it's fan funded entirely to help the producers and developers create this game in their image. But as I've read, all these, I guess you could say, rewards that come to being a supporter of the game through Kickstarter, that it helps do some kind of small alterations to the game to ultimately make it better. Now, some of these rewards are based off on a certain amount that you get this, and as you donate more, you get this brand new thing, as well as everything that you would get if you donated a lower amount. Now, starting at $5, they'll basically say they'll keep you connected, and you get a small digital wallpaper pack, something like that. I don't know 100% what the wallpaper pack is. Excuse me. Some other low-priced rewards that are given for contributing different amounts to the game's Kickstarter page, which I will put a link in the description to the Kickstarter if you wish to check it out, is a digital soundtrack, a digital download key for the platform of your choice, Xbox One, PS4, or PC. And there are a few other things between, that's like the $10 amount and beyond, but I'll go all the way up to the $75 amount is when it'll finally say that they will give you a physical copy. You're not just donating and getting additional content. You're going to get a copy of the game at $75. But it says as well, at donating $75 in a donation, you can get a physical copy of the game for your desired platform with exclusive Kickstarter cover art and some additional goodies, like the previous mentioned donation goals for $5, $10, $20, stuff like that. You also get that content and stuff. While it gets increasingly more pricey, rewards or thing on rewards and things like that. Additional rewards as it exceeds become like behind the scenes access to Skype with the dev team. Further higher donations involve getting to have a tombstone with your name on it and a little quote or saying of your choice. Also, further on is going that you get to create your own achievement or trophy when it is developed. At I think it's 1,000 is when they let you do that. You get to have a hand in creating a trophy for the game, which is something cool that I really wish I could do. I feel like it'd be kind of cool that I can tell people that that's my trophy right there. I donated enough to make that trophy exist, and you guys unlocked it, something like that. But as I was saying, higher and higher we go. You even get to collaborate with the dev team in person, spend a couple of nights and days and stuff like that. And hotel it gets more as it gets more expensive in donation. You get better rewards of getting to go to where they are creating the game, spending days in a hotel or somewhere where you can talk with the team, express your creative kill ideas, which is things like they have shown in the trailer footage for the Friday 13th game. You can grab onto someone, carry them to a certain spot for so long, and then do an action to like bash their head into a wall, or smash or thrust them upward and bash their head into a light bulb. So you get to express your creative kill ideas for like if you approach a certain spot that this cool killing action is going to happen, stuff like that. And finally, at the highest donation, $10,000, you can be a camp counselor in the game, where they will create you as a 80s camp counselor and work with the dev team to create your class archetype and character type. And that would definitely be something to have a character modeled in my image as an 80s character in the game, but that's not something I'm the most excited for. I would be happy if I could actually be able to contribute 1,000 to the game and get to do what I had previously said about creating a trophy and other stuff. But yeah, at 10,000 you get to do specifically that, as well as get everything else, like have your name in a tombstone, be a camp counselor, create a trophy, and so much more. There's just so many things you get at each level of rewarding donation that there's too many to mention. Let's see, because there are just so great rewards that I feel if you would want to donate, at least try to donate the 75 marks. That way you get a physical copy of the game with the custom art on the cover, instead of spending close to that amount, and then when the game comes out have to spend close to that amount again to actually get the game. Just spend the 75 to get the game and have this additional content and capabilities and features, what all the pack adds on, I should say. You get to have all that at 75 instead of spending 50 or 60 to donate and get all this, but you don't get the games. You have to spend another 60 in order to actually get the game when it's released. Just spend the 75. But I'm kind of getting off track. This overall does look like a good game. I will leave a link in the description of a trailer, a 4-minute trailer made showing gameplay footage of the Friday the 13th game. And like I said, I will also leave a link in the description to the Kickstarter page of the Friday the 13th game. If you wish to check out what all the rewards are at each level, and if you wish to leave a donation toward funding the production of the game. But I think that's about all I have to say. Thank you for listening to my ramblings, my stuttering and all that. I do hope you consider donating to this game, because I'm considering it, and at the most I'm going to buy the $75 so I can get a physical copy of the game. But I wish to get the $400, which if you check it out, you'll know what all the rewards are at the $400 mark. But if you feel like donating, and if you watch the trailer and it looks good to you, you know it's a game to look out for this fall, and it's gonna be, I believe it's gonna be really cool and fun. So thanks for watching. Before I ramble on any longer, till next time, keep calm, game on.